welcome back to Slightly Twisted Female. I'm your host, Brittany Rue. All right, so this stuff is so stupid. So this is like just a little bit more drama stuff, only because somebody had emailed me and pointed it out, and I figure let's get this over with. So I had posted a screenshot of somebody who goes by TWASM. We'll just call him TWASM. It's not worth sending them, sending traffic over to this lunatic. So this person has been harassing, well, first actually started off harassing Ella and Vanessa Vokey, I guess when they had first gotten into some sort of dispute with Lisa Michelle. And then once I got into a dispute with Lisa, then it switched over to me. This started back in January. And I've had literally hundreds, and I've been talking about it. I've posted screenshots. I've deleted the post because I just think it's so stupid and it's such like a waste of, my time and capital. And it's also like just junks up my channel to post nonsensical stuff. This person is taking things to an even deeper level of harassing me at my address and stuff like that. So they said that they wanted me to post the full context of the screenshot that I had posted of the really disgusting thing they said. And I said, you know what? That's a good idea. Let me post the full context. Okay, so this is from TWASM a little while ago, and it's under Janessa Jokey, which is obviously a parody of Vanessa Vokey. So this person originally made this to harass Vanessa, but, figured kill two birds with one stone and use it to harass me as well. So here's how it started. All right, so I had said something about, I had criticized some content that I had seen on some radical feminist, spaces that I thought were really distasteful Mother's Day posts on Mother's Day. This is back in May. So I immediately get and this is, I'd posted this on my Instagram, so it wasn't even on my public YouTube, whatever. So I immediately got a email saying, let's read what it says, from Janessa Jokey, which again is TWASM. Turns out it's TWASM. One person I know had been harassing me for months, and I know that it was, sorry, my computer's being really slow, guys. Hello. Sorry, can you guys hear me? My computer's freezing. Sorry. Okay. So, god damn it, it's freezing. Okay, here we go. So it's not just the person that I was criticizing was Lisa Michelle. I chose not to call her name out because I wasn't trying to send anything towards her. I was just saying I've seen something that I thought was really distasteful on Mother's Day. And I guess, again, they obviously assumed it was about her because, whatever. I guess the context was there, and anyone who's paying that much attention. The only time that trans women are sexist men goes apeshit is if anyone says or does anything to the meek and mild and innocent and sweet Lisa. Can you hear me now? Yeah. Okay. So anyway, so I posted again. I didn't say her name or anything. I have a right to critique stuff, critique ideas. That's what I do. I critique ideas. And it's funny because I've gotten so much flack for saying, oh, you pick and choose little bits of all these different things. You're a little bit of a conservative and then liberal and then some radical feminist. Yes, that's because I'm a critical thinker and I don't actually need to, identify. I'm not so much of a loser that I need to create at 35 years old an identity around some kind of group or club or ideology. I don't need a cult to create an identity for myself. I'm like a normal functioning adult. I have friends, I have a life. So yeah, that's what I do. I take a little bit of what I think is the best of each sort of framework and I offer it as here's what I think works, here's what I think doesn't. It's called critical thinking, like just because you are maladapted in the world, you clearly don't work. This person has sent me millions and millions of texts and it's crazy because literally they'll make a brand new account like that. And of course it's always the same person because it's always the same context. She uses the same insults. It's like, you can tell patterns of behavior. Okay. And I'm getting really tired of being gaslit, being like, well, how do you know? Stop it. And she finally revealed herself as trans women are sexist men, which I had suspected it was her, but I was going in between different people, and I do apologize. I do want to formally apologize to Lux Radfem, Dragon Fox 2.0, especially Dragon Fox 2.0. I did accuse you of being this person. I know now it wasn't you. I know that we don't like each other or whatever, but I apologize for accusing you. I know it wasn't you. I'm sorry. I retract that. Same thing with Radical Ramblings. I also said that it might be her. I know that it's not you. I know who it is now. I apologize, okay? So, anything that I said suggesting that it was you, I fully retract and disavow. So, all right. So she said, we need receipts for your ridiculous... Hold on. Sorry, guys. Says, we need receipts for your ridiculous claims. Which ordained radical feminist hates mothers? How do you know they're radical? Oh, fucking Christ. Is it freezing again? Guys, I'm so sorry. Sorry, my computer is being really slow for some messed up reason. I'm going to just make this really small. All right. Is it okay? Is it still frozen? All right, here we go. I'm sorry. God damn it. I didn't want this to be a long thing either. All right, so she said we need receipts for your ridiculous claims. Sorry, guys. Which ordained radical feminist hates mothers? How do you know they're radical feminist? I'm sure you're at least partially aware. Am I still frozen? All right. I'm sure you're at least partially aware that every time you take shots in the dark at feminists, that you're literally capitalizing off society's disdain for women. I'm capitalizing. How am I capitalizing? What, am I making a bunch of money off of ragging on feminists? Fuck you, Tar. Are you just using words that sound like they make sense, or do you know what these words mean? All right, can somebody let me know? Can you guys hear me? Because I know I'm freezing up a lot, but as long as my audio's good, I'll just keep talking. Oh shit! Sorry, guys. My computer's being fucked up. Okay. All right, there we go. The reason why I'm... Okay, so Rudy says, sorry if I'm missing something, but why are you bothered about some idiot online harassing you? Why? Because they're sending police to my house. This woman is sending well checks to my house and is harassing me at my home. That's why it matters. This needs to be nipped in the bud, okay? I've already, reached out to... I'm going to get it under control, but this person especially is dangerous and unwell. And I want to clarify the history of this. Okay, that's why it is. Yes, no, it's more than just threatening to dox me. They've been doxing me for a while. This person is psychotic. And when I mean harass me, I mean I have hundreds. Oh my God. Just stop it. Why? Thank you. Stop. Thank you so much. That is like so nice. I really, really appreciate you. Thank you. No, you guys are awesome. And honestly, like, you guys make all of this stuff feel so insignificant. All of like the nonsense. Yeah, sorry about the video if it's frozen. Anja, thank you. And you've been amazing. And literally, and Voyeur and Judy C and Abel and everybody else, you guys make this so worth it that honestly, even if I have to deal with like a side of bullshit, it's so worth it. Engaging with you guys has been amazing. I've learned so much more than I could have possibly teach anybody in this community. I've given all the information that I know, that I can offer, that I hope can help somebody. I learned so much from you guys. I've really enjoyed engaging with you guys. Yeah. Oh my God. My son said that. He's like, I think someone tried to swat you. And I was like, what does that mean? And he like explained it. Yeah, they did try to swat me. It's just stupid. You're not, whatever. I'm so well protected in this world. Like, they don't know. My sister is my neighbor. My parents live 5 minutes down the street. My brother lives 10 minutes down the street. I mean, my neighbor next door is like ex-military and we garden together. He's not fucking playing when it comes to me. Nobody's playing when it comes to me. So listen, that shit really doesn't totally bother me because I wish somebody would pull up to my house. I fucking wish you would. You know, castle doctrine, step on my property, make a threat to me and my family. Please go try it. I fucking wish you would. So, thank you so much, Anja. Thank you, everybody. All right. So anyway, so let me just clarify this shit for this fucking, basement dwelling lunatic. I gotta stop doing it. That's what's making it. Sorry. Every time I touch it, it freezes. I gotta stop doing it. I gotta do it one more time so I can just move this and then I'll stop doing it. Here, I'll go like this. I know what I can do. All right. Says, all right, we need receipts. Here, can you guys hear me? Okay, I think. Damn it. I'm just waiting for my sound to stabilize. I'm so sorry. I don't know. I gotta restart my computer or something. I don't know why it's so slow. Damn. All right. So yeah, I'm going to include everything. Yeah, I did go off on this person. Yeah, I did say stuff that I wouldn't say to other people. I'm not sorry. I don't apologize, saying that like I like shamed this person. You fucking right. I shamed this person. Like once you go and start doing the things that this person's doing, hell yes. All right. Damn it, I just need my thing to stop lagging. Please stop lagging. The worst time for this to be happening. Damn. Oh, Christ. All right. Hopefully that's... Hello? Hey, let me see if it's this. So anyway, so this is Trans Women are Sexist Men, who's been harassing me anytime I've had any sort of intellectual disagreement with like LM or Radical Ramblings. And one thing I will say about Radical Ramblings especially, like she doesn't go off and go do all this crazy shit. It's possible she could be telling TWASM to do this stuff, but I feel like she just makes streams and stuff like that. Lisa, I feel like is a little... I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what her like a loyalty is or whatever. So anyway, all right. So Janessa Jokey, which is TWASM's parody account of Vanessa Vokey says, we need receipts for your ridiculous claims. Which ordained radical feminist hates mothers? How do you know they're radical feminist? And I said, because I basically said that like some of these posts that I'm seeing on Mother's Day shows a really huge disdain for women who are mothers. And I think that that is a problem of radical feminists. And I do think feminism, and I do think in some aspects it is a feature and not a bug. Can you guys hear me? Okay. So says, so Janessa Jokey, this is TWASM under a Vanessa Vokey parody account, says, we need receipts for your ridiculous claims. Which ordained radical feminist hates mothers? This is from May. How do you know they're radical feminist? How do you know? I'm sure you're at least partially aware that every time you take shots in the dark at feminists, that you're literally capitalizing off society's disdain for women. It's what your children is built on. Yeah, my children is, or I'm sorry, it's what my channel is built on. Yeah, my channel is built on capitalizing off of society's disdain for women. What the fuck are you talking about? For defending, you know, mothers as having like a rightful place in feminism. Hey, be a whore to patriarchy if you want, that's your choice, but characterizing feminism in random YouTube accounts how you do is going to get you called out, my lolcow queen. It's funny because like the vast majority of random accounts is her. She knows that. This email in and of itself is actually fine. I think that this is like dealing with the issues. Now saying like, you know, calling me a lolcow queen is just fucking, the crazy part of it is this fucking weirdo would never say this shit to my face. Never. And I would, oh God, it would be so wonderful if we ever cross paths that, you know, we could talk about this, and I just know the energy would not be there. Anyway, so she says, show them receipts, show how definitely feminist women, quote, hate mothers and motherhood, you plastic implant coward, love TWASM. So this is when she finally revealed that it's TWASM, which I had like suspected partially, but I figured it could be a few people. I'll say it again, I apologize to Radical Ramblings and Dragon Fox 2.0, especially Dragon Fox, for accusing them of being behind this, because I like really went at Dragon Fox because I actually really did think it was her for a while. I apologize. I recognize that it's not. I rescind that. I'm sorry. You know, you've got to understand this shit was getting like crazy for a while. Yeah, I know, coward, right? It's unreal. All right, so I said, oh, it is TWASM. My bad. I thought you were Radical Ramblings, who, despite our differences, I actually have a decent amount of respect for, which is true. It's true. As much as I disagree with Radical Ramblings on a lot of things, she's never taken anything to like a psychotic level. I respect her right and her ability to use her voice. Am I going to like criticize some things that I think are wrong? Yeah, but she can respond and it's all good. It's like really all good when we just deal with issues, when we deal with each other's like on an intellectual level. We're not children, and no offense, if you're trying to show that like women can be intellectual and competitive without being fucking lunatics, you're kind of hurting the cause. Why is it that men can sit there and engage in, you know, lively, rigorous debate and not spiral off into some like, you know, totally lunatic meltdown? Calm down. So then I said, like, it's if you can't deal with my ideas and you can't deal with my rhetoric, say that. Say I'm not intellectually rigorous enough to handle you. So I need to freak out and go on some, you know, ad hominem freak show. All right. So then it says, all right, so I wrote, I understand that you are a hardcore antinatalist, which she is. She literally said that having children is amoral or is immoral. And perhaps I will come to regret even opening up to you because you've already demonstrated severely ill will towards me, but I'll take that risk. This is me talking to her now. I said, the fact of the matter is that I believe mothers need radical feminism and radical feminism needs mothers. And we need to recognize when different classes of women have different needs and be willing to make space for those different needs. I said, now you can continue to call me a whore or an implant coward, but I'm the one showing my face. As for your demand for receipts, you need to first clarify what I said that you are even responding to before I can answer your question. And I said, and just chill out a little bit. I'm not the enemy, believe it or not. Brit. I even was going to, I guess you can see here, I was even going to say, if you like, we can FaceTime and we can talk about this like face to face, rather than you making a million fake accounts. And I meant that shit. Listen, I'll talk to anybody. Well, maybe men do also get, I don't know. Maybe they do. So maybe that's not fair, but this is just like next level fucking weird shit. And then rather than acknowledge anything that I said, she wrote, did you ever go make a scene at the school boarding or school board, or did you bitch out on that too? Again, this is when I still thought it was Radical Ramblings. I said, Radical Ramblings, my love, you aren't blocked on my main. How about you come out from behind this goofy little sock account and address me like a grown-up? Aren't we the same age? Again, and apologies to Radical Ramblings. Radical Ramblings, this is not you. I recognize that now. I am very sorry, okay? I wouldn't even be putting this on blast if she wasn't. This isn't about you. This isn't about Radical Ramblings. Radical Ramblings is fine, okay? We disagree on things. I know that she's a part, whatever. But as far as I know, whatever. I said, I'd be happy to address your concerns. And if you prefer to not do it publicly, we can have a conversation privately. And again, as you can see, this was written on Monday, May 9th at 1:39 p.m. Okay. So I'm not like, didn't quick write it just now. I said, I'd be happy to address your concerns. And if you prefer not to do it publicly, we can have a conversation privately. But I'm not going to do it with your little sock account. I'd even be happy to talk on the phone if you'd like. Because again, this has been like months of harassment. And I was like, somebody's obviously like very deeply wounded by something that I'm saying or doing. And I said, these disagreements are not personal ones. So there is no reason to get personally emotional. And while I don't agree with a large majority of your takes, I have no personal problem with you, which is true. I have no personal problem with Radical Ramblings or like... Really, Lisa Michelle too, although I do think that she has a relationship with this person, so that just is shady. And I do think that whatever, they're in cahoots or something. I said, we had our dispute, you apologized. She literally, all this started too because it's all because I did that one video of me saying that women should all have a license to carry. And they said, oh, I was sexualizing myself. I was, like whatever. And she, called me a blow up sex doll. She was like, oh, real women or real feminists don't writhe around on the bed like a blow up sex doll or something. And I was like, yo, that's not called for. Like, don't come and disrespect me on my channel like that. Whatever. But she did apologize, and she came on and she apologized, and and I accepted the apology. And this was back in like, I swear to God, December. This is before Christmas. So I said, we had our dispute, you apologized, I accepted your apology, and we had zero clash since, except for perhaps passionate differences of opinion, which is true. I said, but nothing serious enough that you shouldn't feel comfortable engaging with me directly. I'm not going to, quote, put you on blast or attack you if that's the concern. And then I said, let me know, I'd be happy to connect. Best, Brittany. Yeah, they're totally exact. I was wearing a t-shirt and fucking like yoga pants. You could see a little tiny bit of my midriff, and apparently I was like, stripping on camera. Yo, calm down. You guys are like. So then she said, the response was, again, this is TWASM under Janessa Jokey, a Vanessa Vokey parody account. This person is a menace. Said, that's what I thought, you coward ass plastic titted wannabe blow up doll. You don't have shit. So I said, I'm still trying here, guys. You guys, listen, I tried to take the higher road before I finally went off. I said, all right, listen, I said, okay, listen, why don't you call me or FaceTime me? Just you and I, we can figure out a time. I won't record it or share it. You don't have to show your face. I want to understand where your anger. Damn it. All right. I don't know where I left off. Sorry. I don't know where I left off. Cassie says, when the mods on Over banned Lisa, I didn't fully understand why they did it. Maybe they knew something we weren't aware of. Yeah, Yeah, it's not about, is she, there's something pathological and weird there, the way she comes at people. Um, let's see. So I said, what's it called? All right, so again, I don't know, they just disconnected and reconnected, so I'm just going to reread it. So I said, okay, listen, why don't you call me or FaceTime me, just you and I. We can figure out a time, and I won't record it or share it. You don't have to show your face. I want to understand where your anger towards me comes from, and you can express whatever it is you feel the need to express, and we can talk about it. And I meant it. You can say no, and we can keep doing this, or you can just talk to me. It's your choice, Britt. Okay? I was trying to be the bigger person, and again, I'm the coward. So then, didn't respond. So that was at May 9th at 2:46 p.m. So then I waited, like 20 some minutes, 30 minutes, and then didn't respond. And I said, well, anyway, I'll leave the invitation open to having a conversation. Like I said, it can just be you and I, and you can air out your grievances, and I'll try my best to hear where you're coming from. I'm not afraid of people disagreeing with me. That's why I don't understand this whole vitriolic meltdown. I'm still learning. I'm still growing. I'm not right about everything. I know that. Even stuff that I don't recognize that I'm not right about, I recognize it's okay. It's all good, guys. Like, chill the fuck out. So I said, well, anyway, I'll leave the invitation open to having a conversation. Like I said, it can just be you and I, and you can air out your grievances, and I'll try my best to hear where you're coming from. And I also don't 100% know why you care what I think, though. My channel is so small, because again, this is back when my channel is still tiny, so it is still weird. I'm not this like huge influential platform. I said, I have a few people who watch my videos, but not many. I'm really not all that important in the grand scheme of things. I don't have a lot of influence, so who cares if I have shitty takes? People don't really watch me anyway compared to the big and important, rad femme YouTubers, or, well, whatever. A lot of rad femme YouTubes are small, and that's really because of, I think we get shut down a lot by this shitty platform. And then I said, I'm not Vanessa Vokey. People don't even know who I am. Yeah, Vanessa Vokey was like huge at one time. So why do you care so much? And then I just said, all right, I'll read all of it. So finally, I came back and said this. I let Ella and Vanessa know it's been you all along. We're gathering screenshots of your derangement, because they started sending me Ella was sending me some really disturbing shit. TWASM was going to Ella under this Janessa jokey thing, telling her to 41% herself, was putting out her full name, saying that her children hate her. This really disgusting fucking stuff, saying like you should, 41% yourself. You should, like, I have so many screenshots. I brought a bunch of them up here. I have so many more. If you guys want, I could take the time to really gather and comb through all of them. I take millions of screenshots because I'm always gathering information for like videos and stuff and trying to get ideas. But trust me, this has been going on for months. And I said, you really are a prolific psychopath. I said, Spencer, Over, Radblur, Radtweet, they're all going to be very interested to hear about you telling feminists to, quote, 41% themselves. I said, you've literally made hundreds of screen names, which is accurate. And I keep receipts of, you subhuman piece of dog shit, which listen, and I want to make very clear right now, I stand on everything I say to this woman, okay? I understand it was like, oh, you were body shaming her. I stand on every fucking thing I say to this woman. I'm not sorry. I don't give a shit. Okay? You come for me. I tried to take the higher road. And once you bring in my nephew, who this had already happened. She had already brought up my dead nephew before. And that's when I really lost it, was when I realized whatever. Oh, no. Hold on. It's either between here. Yeah. Okay. So this, I think I came back to. Okay. I know what happened. Then she created another. Yeah. Cause this is at 4:19. So this is before I ended up flipping out and getting mad. When I said that, I said, listen, we can just talk, whatever. She made a whole new screen name again, cause she literally makes hundreds. And it said, it was Hella Tartarian. Hella Tardian. Again, I guess what, off of retard? Is that what it is, TWASM? You're a real fucking classy one. She said, Ryder wants you to take your meds. And that's when I lost it. Because again, that's my nephew who drowned last May. It hadn't even been a year at that point that I lost my nephew. And so that's when I just came back to the other one. And I said, I let Ella and Vanessa know it's been you all along. We're gathering screenshots of your derangement. My goodness, there are just so many. You really are a prolific psychopath, lols. Spinster, Overt, Radler, Rad Twitter are all going to be very interested to hear about you telling feminists to, quote, 41% themselves. Because this loser has tried to, like, have, and again, nobody go and bother this person, okay? That's not what I'm asking for. I don't want anyone to go and bother this person, okay? Don't even engage with this fucking weirdo. I just think that this person has been in the community for a long time. She made a few failed YouTube channels that sucked and were like this like weird deranged. And I think also why she's mad is because I did use one of her videos. I used one of her videos as like an example of like how deranged like the rad femme community can get. And so I think that's part of why she's mad. I said, you've literally made hundreds of screen names. I keep receipts, you subhuman piece of dog shit. Once you weaponize the death of a child, there is no boundary that will not be crossed. I'm going to take my time to expose all of you. Enjoy. And then I said, imagine calling someone a coward behind a series of fake accounts. I would call you trash can subhuman, but you already know what you are. That you hate yourself so bad is the reason you behave this way. Gross. No person who cares about who's happy with their life does this sort of stuff. That's just not how happy, well-adapted, productive members of society behave. It's just not. So yeah, let's see. Hold on. Sorry, guys. Hold on. Okay, yeah. So anyway, all right. So then, this is when it got really nasty. Okay, so this is the one I guess you tried to expose of me. You brought up my and then. Let's see. Hold on. All right. And this one too. I didn't look it up. All right. Crocodile tears. It says, then she said, can his mommy hear him? It's so sad. Please help Ryder stop crying and just take your meds. This is my nephew who drowned last May. She said, did you make your video about me? That weird stalker video you made about Lisa Michelle was total crap. I hope you've learned some new editing and writing skills since then because wow, that was nuts. It was nuts. How is it nuts to take... It's the same thing that I do with Jeffrey Marsh and everybody else. I took content that she posted on her public page. Nothing I took when I made a response video on Lisa Michelle was anything other than what was on her platform. And let me also be clear. I made that video after no less than 4 streams that were done about me. That she's removed, I think, like 3 of them. There's 1 that's left. Okay, and this is all because, I said that marriage isn't good for mothers. It's important to legally protect mothers so that they have recourse and that when a husband leaves, he's not going to leave with all of his property. They went insane about that. And because then I made a video when Radical Ramblings called me a blow-up sex doll, I put it on blast. And I was like, this is what people are, this community, this is how this community talks to people. This is misogyny. This is disgusting. This isn't feminism. And then it was like all hell broke loose after that. So they made a bunch of streams about me. I kept trying to, I would respond and whatever. Then they kept blocking me. They blocked me. So I couldn't respond. And it was like, then I had a bunch of people coming on. I was brand new. I literally had a YouTube channel for like a month and a half. I was getting harassed. And like people were coming on being like, oh, you da-da-da-da-da. So I was like, you know what? Fuck this shit. I'm going to like, you want to play games with me? We can play. I'll make a whole video. You want to keep making streams about me? I'll make a whole video exposing how fucking fake you are, what a fake separatist you are, what a fake feminist you are. I didn't take anything that was not publicly available on her feminist platform. Fair game. So she said, I was also hoping you would make a video and elaborate on how having fake tits, fake hair, a fake face, and all the other fake things you purchase to perform your gender identity makes you, quote, naturally feminine versus all those ugly lesbians and other women who you think you're so much better than. Like, what? Bro, what? You know, the women who won't let men fuck cancer into their assholes, that would be a good video. And again, you fucking dipshit. The form of HPV that I have is the identical strain to a woman that I was dating. Believe it or not, women can pass HPV to each other as easily as heterosexual encounters. 85% of all sexually active adults in the United States have HPV, you fucking retard. Okay? It's who it will develop in. It's a gamble. Some people get cancer from it. The vast majority of people clear it on their own. But you wouldn't know because you're a weird incel that slops around in the basement and clearly doesn't work. I don't know who you're leeching off of or living off of or how you can afford to just literally sit online and troll. You're not even productive. You're a fucking loser. So she said, and I heard you buy the labor of women of color to raise your precious children for you. That's a whole other issue. Okay, that's a whole other fucking stupid talking point. As if what should I have only worked with white women? And no, I raised my own kids, dummy. Wow, stunning and brave. Your parents must be rich. That would explain some of your delusions about yourself. Are you like, what? Go on your campaign to prevent me from entering feminist online spaces. Yeah, because I was like, I'll make it so that nobody wants to deal with you again. Like, I'll show how sick and insane you are. But then I was like, I don't even care. After I like flipped out, I was like, I'm not wasting my time. I'm giving this loser more attention than she deserves, but it'll be totally worth it. Her whole channel is centered around, I guess, me. I'm not watching any of it because I'm not giving views to this person, but go on your campaign to prevent me from entering feminist online spaces. It'll be totally worth it. I'm sure everyone will love to see the homophobic and twisted shit you spew that you conveniently forget to mention every time. Ride or die, or is it ride or die? Talking about my dead 3-year-old nephew. Enjoy your submissive butt sex cancer, bitch. Lisa Michelle, you fucking hypocrite piece of dog shit too. You're a piece of shit too, Lisa. You did a whole like puritanical video on, misogynist language. Ladies, we must not use misogyny language. We don't say bitch to people. It is wrong. And then you're working with this piece of shit? Yo, I'm sorry. You are the fakest person I've dealt with in a while. And how anyone can't see through that is like beyond me. This sort of fake virtue signaling, moral superiority complex. You that like, and it's like, oh, I'm going to show how much fun I have as a wig toe. Somebody was like, yeah, Michelle, you should show us, what it's like about having like non-sexual, non-romantic partnerships and friendships with women. And it was crickets. And I was like, sweetheart, don't you realize? Have you ever seen anybody on Lisa Michelle's channel? Do you think this woman has friends? Fuck no. You're going to the wrong person if you want to learn about somebody who has friends and who can like teach us more about how to like, engage healthily and happily with other women. Because she ain't the one, hun. Yeah, hey Lisa, here's a challenge for you. Let's see some like you and like some friends getting together and like having some fun. I would love to see you engage with literally anybody. It looks like you haven't left your father's attic in like 17 years. So yeah, no, I'm like a bully. I don't give a fuck. You bring up my dead nephew, bro, there is no boundary I won't cross. I am never sorry. Fuck out of here. Thought I was going to come and apologize? Hell no. Well, you guys would never say this shit to my face. That's a crazy thing. So then after she said, Ryder wants you to take your meds. Talking about my nephew, I said, LMAO, that's fine. I'll just expose you and your sexually frustrated les-cell masturbation rage fantasy of saving the day for Lisa Michelle, because that's what this is. I said, I have enough screenshots of your incel behavior across literally months. And I said, keep shooting testosterone in your ass while you decay in front of the computer screen, masturbating to women who would never touch you with a 10-foot pole. This is why they're calling me a lesbophobe. Yo, if any of you think that this is me being a lesbophobe, that means that you think that all lesbians are like this. What the fuck are you talking about? I'm talking about one weirdo. How does this somehow span out to talk about all lesbians? No. Most lesbians are well-adjusted, socially adept, normal, happy, flourishing people. But then you have fucking weirdos like this woman who, by the way, poses as a lesbian, and I found out she's actually heterosexual because I caught some old post where she was saying like why she's sworn off men and she knew a long time ago she was never going to marry a man. But then you sit there, this is political lesbianism. But then I've seen her make other comments where she kind of implies that she's a lesbian. Yo, you're weird, bro. I said, keep shooting testosterone in your ass. Well, yo. Yo, I told my boyfriend about this. He was like, bro, like, who cares about these people? I was like, I know. But, like, this shit is really, like, you need to get checked. Keep shooting testosterone in your ass while you decay in front of the computer screen, masturbating to women who never touch you. Then she goes, looking forward to it. This is what I think. And then I said, actually, nah, that's too easy. I'll take down your fave. Sorry. I'll take down your fave and make sure they know it's because of you roller skates. And for the record, like, once I, like, logged off, I was like over it. I'm very confrontational and I'll deal with things head on and then I let shit go. My ex-husband was the type of person who would sit and just stew. He would stew and plot and plan. That's why every time shit like comes back up, I'm like, yo, you're still on that? Let it go. Who cares? And I said, how fucking bad do you hate yourself to be this chronically and morbidly online and yet still accomplish nothing of any value? LOL. You clearly don't work. You are an obviously involuntary celibate lesbian, which again, I found out later that she's heterosexual. The only reason I thought she was a lesbian is because she makes comments kind of like posing as one. And that's another common thing I've seen in some of these like weird, like real hardcore rad femme circles where it's like they all like act like they're lesbians, but then I see like their other old socials where they're clearly not. I'm like, yo, are you just trying to be cool? Like, that's weird. That's weird to me. Stop with the fakery and fuckery. So I thought she was a lesbian. And again, no, just for the record, nobody's untouchable. Like, nobody, if you guys think that I'm, like, politically correct, that, like, you know, a lesbian, I can't, like, clown her because she's a protected class, that's why we got to the troon thing, okay? I promise you I eat pussy better than all of you, so, like, you really, on some really real shit, I'll take every single one of your girlfriends on the realest shit that I ever wrote in my life, okay? Nobody is unprotected. You come for me, you disrespect my dead nephew, what I'm going to be like tail between my legs and just let that rock? Fuck out of here. So I said, how fucking bad do you hate yourself to be this chronic? Again, this is from May. Did I ever mention this? Fuck no, I didn't. Fuck no. Okay. You clearly don't work. You're obviously an involuntary celibate lesbian, so I'm guessing you're hideous or just so mentally ill that no one wants to be near you. Again, her level of like anger and vitriol around partnered women and mothers. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take a leap and assume that you're fucking hideous or you're so maladapted in your personality that no one wants to deal with you. I don't think that's too big of a stretch, to be honest, you know? But that's just me. I don't think that healthy, normal people who other people want to be around and who are like, hey, TWASM, like, we're going out today. Want to come hang out with us? You know, I thought you didn't have kids so you could go live this meaningful, wonderful life, and that women who choose to have kids are all idiots because, you know, all they have to do is work while you can go live this wonderful, adventurous, let them go live it. You're in the basement. I don't know what the hell you're doing. Some weirdo shit. Go live your cool and important life. Get the fuck out of my inbox, weirdo. So then I said, oh, this is what they also got mad at. I said, I'm getting obesity vibes. First of all, let me be clear. I've been 200 and like nearly 250 pounds before, okay? I was clinically obese. So if anyone's taking this personal, everybody needs to stop being so oversensitive. Like, oh, Bro, stop, okay? I said, I'm getting obesity vibes just based on how many hours you're online. Again, that's a reasonable conclusion. Bro, remember back when I used to be, I said, bro, I remember back when I used to just be a YouTube spectator that used to spend hours commenting under Troon videos. And it was funny, but I also remember thinking it was so deranged how long you spent in the comments section, lol. That's true. Back when I used to just watch, before I had a channel, I used to watch like Lisa Michelle, Radical Ramblings, Exalanzic, Karen and all that, and I would see her like spiral off with somebody, and then I would also sometimes see under like I would catch her under some Troon video just going on and on and on. I used to be like, yo, this person is like unhinged. But it was funny because I was like, it was just so deranged. It was funny. But now it's like, bro, don't turn that shit on to me. Like, that's a mistake. I'm overweight. Like, and I've been obese. I've been obese not very long ago, okay? And there's different reasons, you know? I wasn't a loser back then. I wasn't taking the best care of myself. I was very busy. I wasn't, eating what I should and whatever. My whole point is that this person, again, has like all the freedom in the world, clearly isn't working or doing anything, but is just sitting and seething. No, I like a little bit of cushion. I think it's sexy. So I said, how fucking gross are you that you're so desperately afraid to show your face? Can I just see just a peek, pretty please? Are you a tiff? I bet you are. That would explain the testosterone rages and the psychotic sexual frustration. Anyway, talk soon. Again, there is no line I won't cross. Once you bring up you guys saw, I tried to take the high road. I was like, hey, listen, like, we can talk. But why on earth would I sit there and be like super sweet and accommodating and like turn the other cheek if you're gonna bring up my nephew whose death anniversary was coming up in 2 weeks? He passed away at the end of May. This was May 9th. Don't fuck with me. Like, you people really need to. You don't know who you're fucking like playing with. Ridiculous. No, and then I said, because if I make a video about you, everyone will be like, who? You've been online for 7 years straight, because I found like when she first started posting, it was 7 years ago. This woman has been involved in like online radical feminism for at least 7 years. That was like the earliest post I could find. Bro, nobody knows or cares about this person. This time last year, I didn't know what radical feminism was. On God, right hand to God. I learned about radical feminism last November 2021 is the first time I ever heard the term radical feminism. You've been on here and look, I've already built a platform. You've been here for 7 years? Bro, you're not doing anything. What's wrong with you? I get why you're mad. I would be sick to myself. I would be sick to death to see somebody like me fucking not only surpass you, but bro, no one even knows who the fuck you are. I have to like explain who you are. People are like, who? I'm like, yeah, you made like that person who's like always in the comment section, like, oh yeah, all right, yeah, kinda, all right. So again, and listen, a lot of people are involved in these, communities, and they don't make stuff, but the difference is she literally tried to make like several YouTube channels. She's like, hey, subscribe to my new YouTube, and like they sucked. Sorry, they sucked. You suck. You're not good at doing. You're not engaging. You're not personable. People don't like you. You don't seem very like normal or well adjusted. No one's taking takes from you because you don't look like you have any like experience with the world or like functional breathing human beings. You look like you've lived in a basement for the past, 17 years. Yeah, sorry that didn't work out. I'm sorry we're not the same. Sorry that I actually engage with women in the real world. I don't just talk about feminism. I be about it. And I know that fucking makes you sick. I'm so sorry. But don't you ever in your motherfucking life bring up my nephew. I swear to... I'm telling you. Don't do it. No, I'm not sorry. No, I don't care. You probably are a fucking slob. You probably are, you're an incel. You're a femcel. Sorry, I thought you were a lescel. My bad. You're just a fake lesbian, which is even more homophobic and bizarre. I'd be more offended about that personally, but I'm not going to speak for the lesbian community. I'm not going to speak for any community that I'm not part of. Oh, I said, because if I make a video about you, everyone will be like, who? You've been online for 7 years straight and you're still a fucking nobody. I learned what radical feminism was literally like 5 months ago. And I have deranged losers like you see. Make some more videos about how the world is doomed and we're all going to die. They were really mentally well. And then I said, I'll just do both. I'll make sure you never enter another feminist space till the day you die. And then she goes, yes, my lolcow queen. Yes, go forth and rage. Yo, and it's like, honestly, so that's the context for that shit, okay? Literally, when I logged off, I stopped caring. Okay? I have every right to rage. Nobody is going to make me feel like I don't have a right to go at somebody who would ever disrespect my nephew. I will never apologize. You can take my channel. You would have to rip an apology from my dead, lifeless hands. Never in my life will I apologize. Never. I meant every word that I said. You probably really are a disgusting slob. Okay? So, that's all. That's all. Okay? That's it. I'm not going to keep engaging with this. If you think there are not ways to hold you accountable, if you think that it wouldn't only be a couple $100 to get a private investigator to figure this out and then pass that to police, you're insane. I don't know why you think you're so anonymous. You are not, okay? You are not. I have no intention to continue engaging. If you didn't see me as some sort of a threat, it wouldn't be a problem. Clearly, my ideas are getting under your skin. Why? Is it because some of it rings true? What are you so afraid of? Engage me in a debate. I've literally said like 70,000 times, I will debate anybody. I will debate anybody. Put them in front of me, I'll debate them. I might lose. I might look stupid. But I'm not afraid, and I'll do it anyway. What are you so afraid of? It's just, the internet is like a cesspool where people can live out their most mentally unwell. Did I close it? No. And just to be clear, so there's that. I have like a few other screenshots. It's not even worth. This is all the way back. Okay, so she also, just for the record, okay, just because it's worth, they claimed, here's what's really sick, like Lisa Michelle and her channel claimed, this is gaslighting. Believe all women, right? I'm sitting here saying, hey, I'm being abused by somebody, is harassing me, making a bunch of fake accounts, putting out pictures of me, saying things, whatever. And I was like, oh, you're doing that to yourself. Yeah, Lisa, I'm sitting around making fake accounts so that I can accuse you guys of it. Yes. Yeah, that makes a whole lot of sense. I have 4 kids. I have a whole entire house that I take care of. I have a sister. I have friends. I have oh, Anja, thank you. I love you. Thank you. Oh my God. I'm like, thank you. That makes me feel better because I was like, I'm sure people all probably think I'm insane at this point, but I don't care. And so Anja, thank you so much. And TPS, she says righteous anger is righteous. Thank you. Because I don't do the fake pretending to be nice. I won't sit there and be toxically oh, hello, and then go do passive aggressive shit. I am not a passive aggressive person, and I hate passive aggression. I don't like it. I don't like fakeness. I will stand on anything that I say. If I say something out of anger that I go back and I know was wrong, I'll apologize. Like I said, I apologize publicly to Radical Ramblings for saying that I thought it was her. I publicly apologize to Dragon Fox for saying that I also thought part of it was her. I apologize. Like I said, I realize now it wasn't you guys, okay? I am not above apologizing when I'm wrong. I'm not above acknowledging, hey, I took that too far. Hey, I shouldn't have done that. Of course, I'm a human being. Of course I'm going to say things out of anger that later I'm like, yeah, I didn't need to do all that. That was too much. I have no problem with that. I don't need to seem perfect. Who do I need to be perfect for? I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect. I'm going to have some takes that I bet you in 2 years from now, I'm going to come back and correct and say, hey, remember when I said this? Yeah, disregard that because I was wrong. Okay? You guys have taught me a lot. You guys have challenged me a lot. You know, I don't, listen, I used to wear makeup in every single live stream. I don't do it anymore. You guys are right. Okay? You're right. I was wearing too much makeup and it was irritating my face, and maybe I was like just too ritualistic about it. I realized I was like, I'm doing it too reflexively. You guys are right, okay? But I'm not going to get like real hardcore and dogmatic about it where it's like I'm like, you know, swearing it off for all time and I'm going to go check other women whether they, no, we're a little weird. Come on. I'm not, ew. We're not doing that. Oh, God. Doe Eyes says, hey, baby girl, we're here. Thank you so much, my love. TPS says kindness and niceness are not synonymous. No, and I learned that really early. And I think as a kid, that used to really bother me when I would see people who I knew were like really fucked up people, but then they would get away with stuff because they were like so nice. And I'm like, yo, that's fake. Like, why are we not calling that out? I just remember early on, I really was bothered by that. Anja, thank you again so much. I really appreciate you. TPS says you're my heroine. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Guys, like people are like coming after me because of like, oh, and also by the way, okay, so she also dug up another picture of a child. Again, I have thank you. Doe says, hey baby girl, we're here for you. Thank you so much. Guys, you like make me want to cry. Thank you. I was like, everyone's gonna like not like me anymore, but I don't care. So thank you. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you. Thank you so much for the support. You guys have made this so much. You guys really, I tend not to take like the online stuff too seriously. You know, sometimes it like is a drag, but then it's like people who I know who are not committed to misunderstanding me and misrepresenting me will show that they did hear me and will like tell me something that they're like, oh, when you said this. And I'm like, okay, good. There are people who understand or who are at least making like a good faith effort to like understand if they're listening. And I appreciate that a lot. And it like centers me. Thank you. I genuinely, when I shut this stuff off, and I've said this before, my best friend lives with me. When I shut this stuff off, I'm not seething and thinking about it. I've got kids. I hang out with my dad a lot. My mom stops by a lot. My sister, my nieces. I have other people I spend time with. I don't sit and seethe. It like refocuses me and regrounds me. I really try to like when I'm off streams and stuff to like be off and to like mentally unplug. You know, I'll check in if I see that I have like a bunch of comments. It is important for my analytics to like engage with comments. So I try to do that, but like, you know, Tired Woman says it's hard because the boundary between real life and online is so blurred. Yeah, at this point it is. It is. And I try to really remember. I just try to remember like where that line ends. So Jasmine Dodd says you deserve it, the support. Thank you. You don't need to be perfect. You're doing something very important to create conversation and bring attention to all types of women. Thank you guys. Like I don't literally, I've never had delusions about being some like mega super like YouTube star. Even if this is the biggest my platform ever gets, just engaging with you guys is so more than enough. It's so more than enough. You know, like I said, the reason I started this was because I just had finished cancer and I basically was told that like I'm gonna be okay. And I literally had felt like, wow, I spent all these months living on edge, being terrified that like this could, you know, this could progress. I might not survive this. What's gonna happen? When I was finally told you're gonna be okay. It's okay. You're no evidence of disease. We're gonna monitor you for the next 5 years. It's okay. And I was like, I'm not wasting any more time. I'm leaving a record of my ideas and stuff that my kids can access later. And if it helps any other women, great. You know, that was just something that I just felt was important. I know. He says, stay strong. This is only the beginning. Oh, I know. Hold on. It's like hot in here. Hold on for 1 second, guys. You know, and I really don't get enjoyment out of Mimi, thank you. Guys, stop. You guys are the best. I really appreciate you. Listen, I don't get enjoyment. Let me see if I can let's see. I don't get enjoyment at all out of like fighting with women, okay? Because I'll defend myself and I'll go hard, but then later I feel bad. I sent an olive branch to Lisa Michelle literally months ago, and I shared one of her videos that I watched, and I was like, guys, this is really good. Despite everything, it's really good. And I just want to show this again, okay? Like, I sent an olive branch. She ignored it, and then we kind of was like, yeah, fuck her or whatever. But, hold on. So I did. Like, I did sit and think about this. I'm like, it doesn't make me feel good to sit and fight with any woman. Mimi, thank you. Thank you. Look at this. I did try to rectify this at one point, okay? So I said, originally, I used to really follow Lisa Michelle, and she was the first person to repost my stuff, and I was like, wow, that's huge, thank you. I was so appreciative, okay? Then she ended up like unsharing my stuff because of my views on marriage, and she like apologized to her community. She's like, I'm sorry, next time I won't be so quick to show support. I saw that, you know, how she feels about marriage, and I realized that is not a feminist take, and so I can no longer support her. And even after that, I was like, I saw that, and I was like, it's all good. I still was like interacting with her stuff. I was still liking her stuff, but I said, look, I don't know if this is going to make me look like a weird. This is 4 months ago. I said, I don't know if this is going to make me look like a weirdo, but whatever. So I was just going through some old videos, and I saw these comments between Lisa and I. I said, Lisa is another YouTuber who makes gender critical and radical feminist content. I haven't given our feud much thought in quite some time, because it had like died down for a while. I said, but seeing these here, because I was going through looking for some screenshot and I'd run into these. I said, but seeing these suddenly made me reflect on things, and I suddenly began to feel bad about how everything went down. I said, this ASTF account used to be my personal account, and it was the account I used to watch and comment on gender critical and feminist YouTube videos before I started my channel. I changed my name to ASTF once I made my channel, just so my name wouldn't be out there from all my earlier comments. I said, but to this day, I remember exactly where I was when I first found Lisa Michelle's YouTube channel. I actually do. I remember exactly when I found her. The first thing I ever watched with her was why I became gender critical. I was watching a Paris Milan live stream about Nikita Dragun's comments when he said that, quote, trans women are the originators of female style, end quote, and everybody was pushing back against his comments. This was before I peaked. In the live stream chat, someone mentioned overit.com. Oh, no, I think I was just starting to peak. Overit.com, which is a gender critical community of women, so I decided to look it up. When I Googled Overit, the search returned one of Lisa's videos talking about, oh, that was the first one I saw, talking about one of Lisa's videos talking about her being banned from Overit for making comments about the brutal misogyny of Afghani men against Afghani women and girls. I said I was really impressed by Lisa's clear voice and poignant message, and so once I finished that video, I watched another and another. And over the next week or so, I found myself binge watching her videos, and I learned a lot. It felt like being in college and having my own professor on women's studies talk to me directly about issues I had never considered, but that made so much sense. I said there were quite a few perspectives that Lisa shared that I didn't and still don't agree with, but I was grateful for them because I think that women should be given a range of perspectives and a range of paths so that they can find the one that best serves them. I said, unfortunately, it seems our differences in perspective... I said, unfortunately, it seems our differences in perspective over certain topics led us to engage in really shitty behavior towards each other. And yes, it was both of us. Lisa did her part, and I definitely did mine. Yeah, I've said mean things. I'm not going to lie. Looking back, I also realized that a lot of the tension was fueled by commenters and other people in the community, either who were trying to be supportive and inadvertently made things worse, and who just enjoyed drama, so they intentionally stoked the flames, which I do think is true. Regardless, we could have and should have stayed above it. But we didn't, and it led to a really unnecessary series of ugly behavior back and forth that did damage to the community that we both hope to serve, as well as damage to each other as women. I said, I doubt she wants to hear from me, and maybe people will say it was a bad idea to make this post, but I don't know. I'm going to post this anyway because I think it's the right thing to do. So with that being said, I want to publicly apologize to Lisa for some of the mean-spirited things I said to her. There are things that I still ideologically disagree with her about, and quite firmly so. But regardless, I'm glad to have her offer such a rare and important perspective that women can't find in many other spaces. And I appreciate her contributions to feminist theory and in the fight against this gender monster. I said I want to thank Lisa again for her early support of my work. Lisa was the very first YouTuber to share one of my videos, and I remember being so grateful to her. She and I had really good rapport early on, and it's a shame how things evolved. I wish they hadn't gotten so nasty between us, and I regret any role that I played in tearing her down. I said to Lisa, you obviously don't have to accept my apology, and I don't expect you to respond or even acknowledge this post, and it's okay if you choose not to. Just know that I'm sorry for hurting you and for being nasty. I could have expressed myself and made my criticisms of your ideas without personally trying to bring you down. It was mean and unnecessary, and I regret it. I said, I appreciate your work, and I hope you continue to add your valuable voice to this great debate. You are needed and important. Sincerely, Brittany. So, and then I shared images of the screenshots of her, like, originally, let's see. Whatever. She had said, like, nice things to me. These are, like, some of our first, like, back and forth. Why did I dox Lisa Michelle? Or what the fuck are you talking about? Yeah. So... Why did I share Lisa's name? You mean after she millions? First of all, that's not doxing, right? Just like Lisa told me, anything that's on the internet is not doxing. All of her information's on the internet. If I wanted to dox her, I would do the things that she's doing to me, sending out my address, my number. This is what I'm talking about. I'm not even going to get into it. No. You have information on the internet that's not doxing, my love. When I had posted an old account on Lisa's, I posted an old image, an old message. Hold on. I had posted an old message on Lisa's channel from my old account. They had my full name on it. I totally forgot that I did this. This is like way early on. I think it was like my other thing wasn't working or whatever. And later, I forgot that I did that, right? It was like nobody was, I gotta go. Whatever. She then went blasting